Hey everybody, it's Sean from Everyday Juggler, the place where you can find some of the coolest videos of juggling and object manipulation posted on the web this past week. What you need to know about me is that I love juggling. I've been juggling for as long as I can remember, and I want everybody watching this video, even just for a bit, to enjoy juggling the way I have all these years. We're going to start this week off with some news. First of all, I got 2 new Dubé stage balls. These are awesome, and they're going to go great with some other balls I already have from Dubé. Second of all, my wife and I had a baby. This is Ava Grace. She's beautiful, and I love her, and I'm going to teach her to juggle young. In other news, Chronogram.com released an article entitled, "Help Your Kids Run Off and Join the Circus." And it's all about an after-school program called Cirkus After School. The Bindlestaff family will teach your kids ages 8 and up in Chatham, New York, how to juggle, walk on stilts, tumble, and make human pyramids. The BBC reported on astronauts juggling in space. The Russian Space Agency released a video of astronauts juggling in the International Space Station. The agency reported that the video was being used to study the effects of space on the human body. You can check out the video description for links to both of those articles. As you can see by the title of this video, this is only my second video. When I posted my first video last week, I did not know what the response would be, but I received several comments of encouragement on both YouTube and Reddit, so I just want to read a couple of those and shout out to some people who commented. Sean McGar on YouTube said, "Good stuff, man. I had the pleasure of seeing that juggling machine in person about 2 weeks ago at the juggling meetup in Austin, Texas. Keep up the good work." Sean, first of all, I like your name. Second of all, I'm a little jealous that you got to see that little juggling robot in real life. Thanks for the comment. Web Abacus said, "Sean, this is very cool what you're doing. Keep up with this channel. I guess it'll take some time for Everyday Juggler to become a big channel, but this is just the beginning. Good job." Web Abacus, thanks a lot. On the juggling subreddit, Chum the Water said, "I like the format and content. Really well done. Looking forward to watching these as you post more." Thanks a lot, Chum the Waters. I'm looking forward to watching them too. Art of Axiom said, "Interesting idea and different than all similar types of things which are written lists. I like where it's going. Some hopefully constructive criticism. I found the parts when you were talking too quiet compared to the videos, so I think it could have benefited from some audio normalization." You know what, Art of Axiom? You're right. I'm going to work on that in this video. He also said, "Some of the things you were saying were overly consistent from video to video. I think it would be better if you focused on what made each unique." You know, I went back and I watched that first video and I meant, man, I said neat, cool, and awesome way too much. So that's something I'm going to work on more. This is the kind of comment I like, so keep them coming. Then on the Poi Reddit, somebody wrote, "This doesn't really belong on this sub." And, you know, I explained that there was a Poi segment in the last video, but I was kind of agreed it didn't really have everything to do with Poi, so I understood what he was saying. But then the Jotun said, "Forget that guy that said this doesn't belong here. It's a nice video, my friend. Some pretty cool stuff in there that applies to everyone in the object manipulation community. I enjoyed the heck out of watching it. Looking forward to next week's video." Hey, thanks for coming to my defense. That's pretty cool. So before we get into the weekly juggling highlights reel, I just want to show you the beanbags that I showed you last time. These are my practice beanbags. They're Dubé Juggling Prime beanbags, and I really love these bags because they're really high quality. They feel good in your hands. They're not too heavy, they're not too light, and if you drop them, they're not going to roll away too far because they're beanbags, and if you catch them wrong, if you're learning, they're not going to hurt your hands. These are really great if you're just learning to juggle or you're working on a new trick. So you can learn more about these beanbags in the description of the video. The videos we're going to be looking at today are really cool and I'm excited to show them to you. We're going to start off with the Kendama video. For those of you who don't know, Kendama is a traditional Japanese toy that consists of basically like a handle with a spike on the top and then 2 cups on the side and then a ball on a string. And it was a toy where you had to try to get the ball, which had a hole in it, on the spike on the toy or get the ball on the cups. Well, as time has gone on, a lot of people have made this into a hobby and do some really cool stuff with it. So this next video is from Kendama, USA, and you're going to get to see Haley Bischoff perform in some really cool places. So check it out. Now, if you've ever tried to use one of these kendama props, they're extremely hard unless you've had a lot of practice. And not only does Haley do some really awesome tricks, she's doing them in really cool places. So it's a really fun video to watch. The next video actually doesn't have really crazy, sophisticated tricks or anything. It just has a ton of luck. And it's a lot of fun, so I just wanted to show it. I'm a little bit late on it. I should have posted this in last week's video, but it was too good to pass up. Obviously, these guys are just ridiculous. Be careful watching videos on this channel because it can be a big time suck. This next video is a little bit different. It's not as much juggling as it is acrobatics. When we think about object manipulation, we're usually talking about doing things with hands, like juggling balls, or kendama, or diablo, or poi. This is called a seer wheel, and it actually involves the entire body. And I think that it is still object manipulation, and it's also human manipulation. So I came across this when I was researching for this channel, and I just thought it was too cool not to show. So check out this video. Even though this isn't traditional object manipulation, it still requires an incredible amount of practice and strength to accomplish these acrobatics. Next, we're going to talk about pin spinning. Now, many of us probably spin our pins at work when we're bored, but we may not have known that it's actually a hobby. Similar to cardistry, pin spinning requires an incredible amount of finger dexterity. This next video is from Windwalk TH. Check it out. Now, you may not have noticed, but much of that video was actually slowed down. He was spinning that pin at an incredible speed. I honestly don't know how he was doing it without that pin flying out of his hand and hitting him in the eye. That's what would happen to me. And even though I don't know how to do pin spinning, I think it would be a great party trick, as it would be easy to carry a pin around and show off what I could do. Alright, the next video is going to be our last video for today. I saved this one for last because I thought it was absolutely incredible. If you follow the Juggling Reddit, it was posted there, so you may have seen it before it posted. It's by a dude named Kohei Take. He's a juggler, I think from China, and something that I noticed in this video is that he has very consistent tosses. When he throws those balls, he knows exactly where they're going to be, whether he's looking or not. It takes an incredible amount of practice, and I was super impressed to see what he does. I am amazed what Kohei can do, and I hope that he can be inspiring for all of us to learn to juggle. You can find links to all the videos that I mentioned in the video description. Thanks for taking the time to hang out this week. If you liked what you saw, make sure you comment, subscribe, and like the video. If you have any questions, you can email me at sean@everydayjuggler.com. If you want to learn to juggle, make sure you check out my site at everydayjuggler.com, where you can sign up to be part of a live webinar where I'll teach you to juggle. And if you know of any videos that you think should be included in these highlight reels each week, make sure you let me know. Have a great week and see you next week. If you like what you saw, be sure to subscribe. And if you're interested in joining me live in my free webinar to learn to juggle, make sure you visit my site at everydayjuggler.com.